Colorado High School Activities Association Baseball is on 1010 KSIR and the Eastern Plains Sports Network this afternoon from Adora Park in Fort Collins. It's a Patriot League clash with the visiting Brush Bee Diggers taking on the Liberty Common Eagles. I'm John Beltran, and for one of these teams, they will win a Patriot League game for the first time today. Both are 0-2 in league play. The Bee Diggers 3-4 overall, coming off a 4-3 victory against Bennett yesterday, and Liberty Common is sitting at 2-6. Their most recent game was a 14-11 loss against Tinmouth, and that also took place yesterday. The Bee Diggers starting lineup is brought to you by B&B Appliance, with over 30 years of experience that can help match the appliances to your needs. Stop by at 502 Ensign Street in Fort Morgan. And the first pitch brought to you by Buildings by Design. They'll make your vision a reality. Visit buildingsbydesign.com. And the fastball is a strike on the outside corner to Landon Mesh from the right-hander Carson Ford. The game time temp at Fort Collins on a glorious sunny day is at 58 degrees. Out of the stretch, no grass in the infield here, and the offering. Swung on and grounded right side. Nice play by the second baseman, spinning and throwing to first. And Gabe Krapis delivers a perfect strike to Max Freevert. And there's one down. And that'll bring up Caleb Jimenez. Landon Mesh, by the way, having a fine season on the offensive side for the Bee Diggers. And here is Caleb hitting .385. Mesh batting .500 before that at bat. The pitch. And that's a strike. Took something off it on the inner half. It's 0-1. It'll be Percy Odell, the shortstop, batting third. The cleanup hitter is the first baseman, Sawyer Albert. Edgar Ortiz, the third baseman, hits fifth. Pitcher Keaton Gillick hits sixth. Ben Metlin, the left fielder, hits seventh. And the breaking ball's a strike. That's a beauty. On the outer half thigh high, it's 0-2. Tanner Ludgate, the center fielder, hits eighth. And Wiley Eicher, the catcher, will bat ninth. No balls and two strikes on Caleb Jimenez. And the offering. Swung on and popped up into center field. Bryson Weebler comes on and makes the catch. And there's two down. And that'll send up the number 3 hitter, Percy Odell, winning pitcher yesterday, going 6 2/3 innings, allowing 3 runs. He's hitting .286. Max Freevert at first. Gabe Krapis at second. The third baseman's Owen Hood. Hudson Bookout is the shortstop. Roman Galindo in left. Bryson Weebler in center. Wyatt Freevert in right. The breaking ball is upstairs. Behind the plate is Marcus Carter, and a good start for right-hander Carson Ford. He's retired the first two Bee Diggers, and the pitch. Fastball is up and away. 2 balls and no strikes. Ford, though, with a 21 ERA in 2 starts, so he is due for a good outing. The Bee Diggers in their gold uniforms and white pants, all white for Liberty Common. And that's a strike. Took something off the fastball, belt high. 2 balls, 1 strike, just underway. With the bases empty and 2 down. Laying down the sign is Carter, and the pitch. Up and away again, 3-1. The Bee Diggers would go to 500 with a victory, and they've got Weld Central at home tomorrow. These are all winnable games this week, and they already took care of business yesterday. 3-1 to Percy Odell. And the offering. Breaking ball is high, and it's a walk to the Bee Diggers shortstop and yesterday's winning pitcher. And this is Sawyer Albert. Albert hitting .389. He's driven in 5 runs, which is tied for the team lead. Actually, that is the team lead. The pitch swung on and grounded to the third baseman right through the wickets and into the corner, but holding up at second will be Percy Odell. That'll be an error on Owen Hood on a ball that should have been played. Really a routine play, but Hood could not make it, and Albert reaches via the error. That extends the inning for Edgar Ortiz. Well, this time if the ball's hit to him, all he's got to do is step on the bag with first and second and 2 down. Ortiz, the third baseman today for Brush, hitting .091. The offering. And that one skips in. Now the throw to third, and a high throw and in there. is going to be Percy Odell. Nice backhanded stop by Carter. But Odell takes third. And remaining at first is Albert. 1 ball and no strikes to Edgar Ortiz. B-Diggers could use a good start here on the road. Their only road game until Saturday. The pitch, runner goes to second. That's outside throw. It's going to be made all the way through, but it's short hopped and caught up by the second baseman, Krapis. 2 balls and no strikes, so a stolen base for Albert. He was just going to go, to place 2 runners in scoring position. A hitter situation for Ortiz. And the offering. And that one nearly hit him. It's off the glove of the catcher, Carter, but there's only a few feet. This is almost kind of like brush. Actually, there's less of a distance between the catcher and the backstop. I mean, that might be about, 7 feet? Brush has a lot more room, but they've got that wooden railing, so to speak, and that can ricochet right back to the catcher. 3-0 pitch. That is a strike on the inside corner at the knees, and it's 3-1. On deck is Keaton Gillick. He can help his own cause here in the first inning with 2 on and 2 down. If Ortiz reaches. 3-1. Swung on and drilled into the right center field gap. Weebler to his left, reaches out, dives, and did he make the catch? He made the catch! A backhanded catch by Weebler in the gap. That is an all-star play by the Liberty Commons center fielder, and it robs the B-Diggers of 2 runs. I mean, he laid out for an incredible play, and that ends the top of the first inning. Boy, that's too bad if you're the B-Diggers. We were looking at a 2-0 lead, but instead, no runs, no hits, 1 error, and 2 men left on base as we head to the bottom of the first inning. The B-Diggers are off the board, and Liberty Common is coming up on 1010 KSIR and the Eastern Plains Sports Network. We just saw an outstanding play by Bryson Weebler, the center fielder of Liberty Common, diving to his left, and what made that play even harder to make the catch is that he's a left-handed center fielder, so the glove is on his right hand. He had to reach across his body and robbed Edgar Ortiz of a 2-run double. Instead, we head to the bottom of the first inning, and here's a starting lineup for Liberty Common. Batting first against Keaton Gillick will be Weebler. The second hitter is the shortstop, Hudson Bookout. Third baseman, Owen Hood, hits third. The cleanup hitter is Max Freevert, the first baseman. Carson Ford, the pitcher, hits fifth. Roman Galindo, the left fielder, bats sixth. Patrick Kearney, the DH, bats seventh. Wyatt Freevert, the right fielder, hits eighth. And Gabe Krapis, the second baseman, bats ninth. Keaton Gillick, the sophomore, delivers. That's a fastball for a strike on the outside corner at the knees. We'll run through Gillick's numbers here momentarily. And the offering, squaring to bunt, pops it foul and out of play over the backstop. Gillick, no one-loss record. This is his 5th appearance. A respectable 4.54 earned run average, and he's facing Weebler, who bats from the left side. The pitch, swing and a miss on a fastball away. And he strikes out a 240 sophomore to begin the bottom of the first inning, and there's one down for Hudson Bookout. Right-handed hitter, batting 222, also a sophomore. This is a pretty young team for Liberty Common, and he takes the fastball upstairs. 1 ball and no strikes. Again, temperature just shy of 60 degrees at first pitch. Now, there was definitely no swing. They appealed at first, but no way. Barely moved the bat, in fact. Here's the wind and offering. Fouled, and that pitch was up and in, and he still swung. It's 1-1. And this is a quick infield. You have no grass, and there don't look like there are too many ridges in the dirt. It's going to roll quickly. And the 1-1. And fastball is inside. Ball 2, strike 1. 1 out, the base is empty, the bottom of the first inning, no score. I'm John Beltran from Adora Park in Fort Collins. And the offering, swing and a foul. Again, he's not swung at a good pitch yet. Could have been 4 consecutive balls. That was way up in the zone at 2-2. 9 locations across Northeast Colorado and Nebraska means there's always one close by. Rudy's Tires brings you 10-10 preps and more weekdays. Visit rudystires.com for more. Gillick with a 2-2 count against Hudson Bookout. From the right side, the pitch. Breaking ball just missed. Oh, that's an excellent pitch. Man, that was spotted well. Can't believe he didn't swing at that. 3-2. Throw him a fastball up in the zone. He's been going for it, as he did there, but he lines it up the middle on one hop. The shortstop, Odo, fires to first for the out. He jammed them nicely, and there's 2 down. That'll send up the number 3 hitter, Owen Hood. Already committed an error at third in the first inning. Hood, a junior, certainly a swinging the stick this year, batting .480. The offering. Swing and a miss on a fastball above the letters. They're going for that pitch. Gillick might as well keep it up there. That pitch is not very hittable when it's out of the zone, but it's tempting to the hitter. And the 0-1. That one bounces in to the catcher, Wiley Eicher. 1 ball and 1 strike. 2 down and the base is empty in the bottom of the first inning. The Beet Diggers are looking for their 4th win of the year, their 2nd in as many days. The pitch swung on and fouled off to the right. 1 ball and 2 strikes. I'll be back with you tomorrow from Sunset Field and Brush at 4 o'clock against the Weld Central Rebels. 1-2. The offering. Check swing foul on a breaking ball. Well, that's good for him for Owen Hood that he made contact, because that was a strike. And I guess there was catcher's interference. Well, there you go. There was catcher's interference is being awarded first base. So here is Max Freevert. Maybe that's why that was a check swing. Couldn't swing all the way through. So the rare catcher's interference call, also known as catcher obstruction. Here's Max Freevert. The pitch, up and in off the glove of Eicher to the screen, and the wild pitch to second is Owen Hood. Max Freevert is hitting .333. He's a senior. And he's got a runner in scoring position. The Beet Diggers stranded 2 in the top of the first. 1 ball and no strikes. Awaiting the pitch. Here it is. Swing and a miss with a fastball right by him. The count levels at 1-1. That's already 15 pitches for Gillick. He wants to stay at around 15, no more than 20. 20 is an extreme. Then you have trouble getting through 5 innings. Looking back, and the offering. Fastball is up and in. A lot of pitches are high. He's not following through as much as he would like to. But the reason he's throwing these pitches up in the zone is because Liberty Common is bitten, and they've swung at some of these. 2 balls, 1 strike. At second is Owen Hood. 2 down, bottom of the first inning. Chest level with the glove. The pitch. Swing and a miss. Blew it right by him with a fastball down the middle at the knees. It's 2-2. Yeah, you keep it right there. You could just challenge the hitter and not even try to trick him. 2-2 to the cleanup hitter for Liberty Common. Eicher setting up on the inside. The offering. Swing and a miss on a fastball. Second strike out of the inning. And just like that, the Beet Diggers get out of that one. No runs, no hits. There was an error on the catcher obstruction. And a man left at second. Let's head to the second. Brush nothing. Liberty Common nothing. On 1010 KSIR and the Eastern Plains Sports Network. Keaton Gillick will begin the top of the second inning for the Beet Diggers. Scoreless at Liberty Common. Will be going interactive about the 4th inning, top of the 4th inning when the Beet Diggers hit. And then if they're in a situation they can wrap it up, we'll do it in the bottom of the 7th, but we won't do it for the entire inning. It's just a brief live look-in that we'll be doing, again, in the 4th inning, top of the 4th. Feel free to log on once we get there and check out the gorgeous day we have in Fort Collins. Gillick, Metlin, and Tanner Ludgate for the Bee Diggers in the second. Keaton Gillick is batting .353. Carson Ford labored a bit in the first inning, although both teams did commit an error. The stretch and the offering in the dirt, backhanded by Marcus Carter. 1 ball and no strikes. Again, Ford pitches out of the stretch with the bases empty. And the offering. Swung on, that ball is grounded foul along the third base side. Count levels at 1-1. Did start this game, well, pretty much straight up 3:59. Maybe a minute early. There's a lot of times you start 4:03, 4:04. The pitch. Curveball is swung on and lifted into right center field. Weebler racing to his left. Reaches out and makes the running catch. Man, this guy covers some ground. He already robbed Ortiz of a double, and that was a nice play to his left. Chasing down that fly ball in the gap hit by Keaton Gillick. 1 down for Ben Metlin. I mean, defense will go a long way on this field because this is an offensive park. The pitch. Curveball is right down the middle for a strike. Metlin trying to work out of a slump, hitting .158. The left fielder today for Brush. The pitch. Swing and a miss on a fastball down and in. And the Bee Diggers have struggled to hit as a team, only batting .294. Scored just 4 runs yesterday, although they won the game. 1 against Berthoud Friday. The pitch. Outside with a breaking ball. One ball and 2 strikes. Ben Metlin awaits the pitch. Swung on and grounded to short. Should be a routine play. Throwing to first, and in time is Hudson Bookout. Doesn't have a shortstop's arm, but he got rid of it quickly, and there's 2 down. Yeah, if you hit that ball slowly to short, you've got a shot. Not a big arm at short, but again, it's just... Here's Tanner Ludgate, been playing short throughout the season, the center fielder today. Ludgate hitting .286 with 2 down and the bases empty. The pitch, outside. Ludgate, the team leader in runs scored with 8. Carson Ford looking in. The offering, fouled straight back, and the count levels at 1-1. Ludgate, a solid 3-sport athlete. Laying down the sign is Carter. Ford at the belt. The pitch popped up third base side. Owen Hood along the line looking up, and he makes the grab, and it's a 1-2-3 inning for Carson Ford. We will head to the bottom of the second inning from Adora Park at Fort Collins, where the Bee Diggers and Liberty Common Eagles are scoreless. This is Brush Bee Digger Baseball on 1010 KSIR, KSIR.com, and the Eastern Plains Sports Network. Sean Beltran back with you from Adora Park in Fort Collins. No score, Brush and Liberty Common, bottom 2, 5, 6, and 7. Carson Ford will lead off against Keaton Gillick. The pitch, and that ball nearly hit him. Off the glove of Eicher to the screen. A ball and no strikes. Ford is batting .286, and he is one of the few seniors on this team. Gillick ready. The offering. Swung on and fisted towards second. It might take a tricky hop. Fielded on the second hop. Throw to first is off the glove of Albert. Landon meshed to a strike. That is a straight-up error on the brush first base, and Albert, I'm not sure what happened there. He threw a perfect strike, and Albert simply dropped the ball. Second error by the Beet Diggers, one in each inning. And those errors in a field like this will kill you. The pitch popped up right side foul as it drifts away to Galindo. Hitting .333. The Beet Diggers at double play depth. Stretched by Gillick, two-step lead at first, and the offering. And that's low. A ball and one strike. Yeah, anytime a ball is hit off the end of the bat or off the fish, you never know, especially with no grass in the infield, what type of hop it's going to take. But it was a true hop. The offering. That's low. Runner going to second. It throws up the shortstop side. The tag and safe. A swipe tag applied by Percy Odell. But safe. The stolen base goes to Ford. And now in scoring position with nobody out in the bottom of the second, scoreless game. And a 2-1. Not even close, up and away. 3 balls and 1 strike. On deck is Patrick Kearney. Looking back, the pitch. Fouled off to the right. 3-2. Beet Diggers are finding out you better support your pitcher before they get into trouble. I mean, ideally, in a high school baseball game, you want to commit no more than 3 errors. And when you have 2 in the first inning plus, it does not set the tone. 3 balls, 2 strikes. The offering, up and in. He walked him. Nope. Now it's 3-2. Check that. Okay, now it's 3-2. Well, hopefully that was just a pitch preceding a strike. Galindo awaits. Here it is. Foul to the backstop. Yeah, we don't have, well, there is a scoreboard. And it's up against, it's a very small scoreboard up against the fence on the Liberty Common side of that dugout. And it does have the count. 3 balls, 2 strikes, no outs, bottom 2, and no score. Gillick to the plate. That is outside. Wow, just missed with a fastball. Just off the corner. Here's Patrick Kearney. Oh, that was oh so close, but it was off the plate. And now this could be a sacrifice situation. But I don't know. You've got a guy hitting .417. And he is the number 7 hitter, normally at the bottom of the lineup. You don't play for the out. You play for the rally, especially early on. The pitch, strike, fastball, belt high, down the middle, it's 0-1. Ford reached on an error. Galindo just walked. Both teams have threatened. The Beet Diggers in the first inning. Liberty Common threatened a little bit in the first and even more so now. Gillick steps off. Ford had a huge secondary lead, and Mesh is going to cheat a little bit towards his second base bag to keep that runner closer. No balls, 1 strike, the offering. Swung on and grounded right side, headed for right field. That's a base hit. Let's see if there's going to be a play at the plate. Ford rounds third. The throw's going to be cut off by Albert, and sliding in safely is Ford. And the lead goes to Liberty Common. It's 1-0. I think if he lets that throw go all the way through, there would have been a play. But it's a base hit by Kearney, scoring the run. To second is Galindo. Here's Wyatt Freebert. And again, that could be a routine grounder when you've got grass in the infield, but not here. The pitch swung on. This is grounded to second. Mesh has got it. Turns, throws to second for 1. Back to first. That's going to be late. That'll be a 4-6 fielder's choice. First and third with 1 out. And that will send up Gabe Krapis. Left-handed hitter. Batting .312. There's a possible squeeze here. You got to watch out of your brush. But again, it is early. The offering. Fastball, a strike. Took something off it on the outside corner. No balls and one strike. A walk, a hit, and an error in this inning have accounted for the run. Galindo at third, Freevert at first. That's a big lead over there on the backside. The offering, runner goes. It's in the dirt. The throw to second is going to be cut off by the shortstop, Odell. It's an easy stolen base. It was really thrown to the shortstop anyway. 1 ball and 1 strike. Let's see if the infield plays in, and they're going to play halfway. Gillick out of the stretch. The offering. That's there, right there at the knees. Throw back to third, and that's a close play. Good throw by Eichert. Tag applied by Ortiz. 1-2 to the number 9 hitter. Liberty Common, 1, Brush, nothing. Looking for more. Gillick stretches. He had 2 strikeouts in the first inning. Now he steps off. You don't want to lose that focus. The runners don't matter if you can get this guy and then the next hitter. Just go after the hitter. Do not let the runners distract you. And that's outside. A tailing fastball, 2 balls and 2 strikes. Yeah, I never like it when a pitcher steps off prior to a pitch. It's normally not a good sign. Means he's a little bit distracted by the runners on base. Let's see now if he can recover. Throw back to second, and the tag, and out! Oh, man, caught sleeping was Freevert. And he threw it to Perciotto, who applied the tag. He dove towards the base runner, and what a move it was there by Gillick. Boy, you rarely throw to get the trail runner, but the base runner fell asleep, so to speak. Now you're 1 strike away from limiting Liberty Common to 1 run. The offering. Swing and a miss on a fastball away, and just like that, second and third with 1 out, with the Beat Diggers down 1-0, and the inning is history. 1 run. They get a base hit. There was a Beat Digger error, and a man left at third. Let's head to the third. It's Liberty Common 1, the Beat Diggers 0 on the Eastern Plains Sports Network. The Beat Diggers need to get the bats going. Trailing 1-0. We're only in the third, but I say that because they scored 1 run against Berthoud on Friday and just 4 yesterday in the 1-run victory over Bennett. And again, this field plays very well for hitters. So this is the opportunity for Brush, especially after Liberty Common could have gone up 2 or 3-0 to come back and take the lead. It'll be the 9-1-2 hitters for Brush. Wiley Eicher, followed by Landon Mesh and Caleb Jimenez against the right-hander Carson Ford. The offering swung on and popped up in the infield. That is a high fly ball. The shortstop Bookout makes the catch. 1 down. And that was a jam job against Wiley Eicher, who again is trying to get back his stroke. Only hitting .211 before that at bat. Landon Mesh grounded to second in the first. The pitch swung on and chopped to first. An easy play for Freevert. Steps on the bag. 2 pitches, 2 outs. Here's Jimenez, who flew to center. Man, the Beat Diggers are going to be back on the field pretty quickly. Carson Ford has gone 2 2/3 and thrown just 28 pitches. Jimenez awaits the offering. Down and away. A ball and no strikes. Stubbs Gas and Oil off I-76 and exit 66A in Wiggins. They've got it all. Gas, food, and your travel accessories. Swung on, grounded to third. Hood backhands it, gets up, throws to first, and a couple of hops, and the ball gets away up against the fence. Jimenez will stay right there. And that will be scored an infield hit. That's an infield hit for the Beat Diggers, and it's their first hit of the game. Yeah, that was a long, long throw and a nice backhanded play by Hood. That'll send up Percy Odell. He walked and was stranded. Big shot here for Percy Odell to at least move the base runner. Jimenez with a man at first and 2 down. Back to first on the throwback. Yeah, I'm often fascinated when you get pitchers going to first base. When that was the first hits an infield hit back to first. I mean, I think that's the advantage to the hitter. Because that base runner does not matter whatsoever if you retire the hitter, especially with 2 down. Stretch by Ford. And the offering. Swung on and chopped. Fair over the bag to third. The throw to first is offline, and that ball gets away into foul territory. Jimenez to third. It'll be held up right there. And into second is Odell. And that's going to be a straight-up error on Hood. A good throw gets Percy Odell. That will be an error. And that's the second error committed to the game by Owen Hood. Just an errant throw that was wide of the target for Evert. Sawyer Albert hit a grounder to third that Hood misplayed. And that was a strong throw by the third baseman, but nowhere near the target. In fact, Liberty Common is pretty lucky that the B-Diggers didn't tie the game on that miscue. 2 on and 2 out. The pitch. Swung on and lifted to center field. Weebler's coming on. He dives and he makes another catch. A running catch to his knees. And Bryson Weebler has robbed the B-Diggers of 4 runs all by himself. He has played some outstanding center field. No runs on 1 hit. 1 error and 2 men left. Let's head to the bottom of the third in Fort Collins. It's Liberty Common 1. Brush nothing on 1010 KSIR and the Eastern Plains Sports Network. We move to the bottom of the third inning. The B-Diggers trail Liberty Common 1-0. Keaton Gillick faces Kyle Baldwin, and the fastball is low. Oh, check that. No. We got to adjust that lineup there. Where did that one come up? 1 ball, no strike. Swung on, grounded up the middle for a base hit. Right up the middle for a base hit off the 1-0. Yeah, that was Weebler himself. Man, this guy's played great defense and now is 1 for 2 after striking out his first time up. Again, we'll go interactive in the top of the 4th inning for a couple of hitters. Hudson Bookout is now the hitter. He grounded out his first time up. The pitch. Swung on. This is grounded to short. Charging is Odell. He's going to have to throw to first for the out. No play at second as Weebler really got his motor running. There's 1 down. 1 down for the number 3 hitter, Owen Hood, who's had his struggles on defense with a couple of errors. He reached on an error, catcher's interference in the first inning. Gillick to the plate. Strike. Fastball right there. No balls and 1 strike. Both pitchers looking pretty sharp, have not fallen behind in counts for the most part. Gillick has thrown 40 pitches to this point, nearly a 2-to-1 strike-to-ball ratio. Runner goes to third. Inside, there's the throw to third, the tag, and late. That's a stolen base on the pitcher, Gillick. Eicher threw a seed down there, but a great jump by Weebler. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out, 1 on, 1-0 Liberty Common in the bottom of the 3rd inning. Excuse me. Gillick looks in, the pitch. Swung on, grounded to second. They should score a run. No, holding up at third. Now the throw to first by Mesh is in time. That's a base running error. I mean, the infield was playing pretty much 3/4 in. You take off, that scores a run. The B-Diggers catch a break as Hood is retired by Landon Mesh. There's 2 down. Max Freevert struck out his first time up. And that was excellent defense there by Mesh. He just didn't throw all the way through to first. He looked at third. He would have had to play at the plate because the runner didn't take off. The pitch. Swing and a miss and a pitch up and in. No balls and one strike. Keaton Gillick, 2 strikeouts in the first inning and 1 in the second. With Weebler off of third, and now stepping out is Freevert. Eicher setting up on the inside corner of the pitch. Swing and a miss at the letters. Throw back to third and safe. Well, that's still dangerous. Wiley's got to make perfect throws because I still think that throw is a little bit ill-advised because you're 1 strike away. You throw that away, it's a 2-0 lead, but it's a perfect throw. 0-2 to Freevert. Now the sun peeks through the clouds. The offering fouled off to the right. Remains at 0-2. Liberty Common scored their run in the second inning. We're in the bottom of the third. Liberty Common has had base runners on in each of the first 3 innings, although Gillick has thrown well. The pitch. Fastball is up and in. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Carson Ford, who scored the game's only run, is on deck. At third is Weebler, the stretch. And the pitch. Fastball high. 2-2. Yeah, Keaton's now got to challenge him a little bit more. I like those high pitches, but now they're too high. Those aren't even swingable, to be honest with you. 2-2 to the right-handed hitter for Liberty Common. Let's see if Keaton can pick up his 4th strikeout of the game. The offering swung on and popped up in the infield. Is going to call for it. The third baseman, Ortiz, to his left, makes the grab. And that does it for Liberty Common in the bottom of the third inning. Nice job and nice pitch by Keaton Gillick. Getting out of that one. And that does it for Liberty Common in this frame. No runs on 1 hit. No errors and a man left at third. We head to the 4th inning. We'll go interactive for a couple of hitters on our 1010 KSIR Sports Facebook page. It's Liberty Common 1, Brush nothing on the Eastern Plains Sports Network. 1-0, Liberty Common in the 4th inning. Edgar Ortiz was robbed of a 2-run double in the first inning on a great play by Bryson Weebler in the right center field gap, and he will lead off against Carson Ford, who has allowed just 1 hit. Liberty Common has just 2 hits. The Bead Diggers have stranded 4 in the game already. Liberty Common has left 3, and the defense has been on and off 2 errors apiece. And again, we'll go interactive on the 1010 KSIR Sports Facebook page momentarily. Won't do it for the first hitter, the offering, and that fastball is upstairs. To Edgar Ortiz, 5, 6, and 7 for Brush. Ortiz, Gillick, and Ben Metlin in the 4th inning. The offering swung on and hit slowly on the ground is short, charging his book out. He's got it. He fires to first for the out. Ortiz is now 0 for 2. And Ford had to throw him a changeup because that was really hit off either the end of the bat or somewhere on the thinner part. Gillick popped out his first time up. Okay, we are going interactive here for a couple of hitters. You can see Gillick if you're on the 1010 KSIR Sports Facebook page, and that's way outside. We'll do it for 2, maybe 3 hitters. 1 ball and no strikes to Gillick. Feel free to comment or go Bead Diggers, whatever the case may be. We'll give you an on-air acknowledgement as well. The stretch and the offering. That's in the dirt, backhanded by Carter. 2 balls and no strikes to Keaton Gillick. Carter sets up on the inside. The pitch. That is off the glove of Carter, down and in, 3-0. 1-0 Liberty Common. We're in the top of the 4th inning. 1 out, nobody on. And Gillick ahead in the count at 3-0. That's a strike. Took something off at 3 balls. And 1 strike on Keaton Gillick. Be with you for at least another batter or 2, and then back in either the 6th or 7th inning. And the 3-1. That's off the plate. It's a walk to the B-Diggers sophomore, and the B-Diggers need everything they can get because the offense has been limited the last 3 games. Here is Ben Metlin stepping in. Looks like Proctor is the courtesy runner at first, and he's got lots of speed over there. Anything to get a runner in scoring position, which the B-Diggers, again, they had 2 in scoring position in the first inning. But when Ortiz was robbed of a double, a 2-0 game stayed at 0-0. A potential 2-0. They're down by a run. Pitch to Metlin, scoring to bunt. Breaking ball is taken for a ball. Throw to second. Runner goes an easy steal there for Proctor, and the ball gets away, but no further advance. 1 ball and no strikes. And now this is a good opportunity for Brush to tie the game. 1-0 on Ben Metlin. Now I wonder if he's going to bunt. You could still bunt. Owen Hood has got 2 errors at third base. You lay one down third base, Metlin's got enough speed to beat it out. We'll see what Coach Odell has decided. Carson Ford, the right-hander, looks in. And the 1-0. Fastball is up and in, 2-0. He's lost some of his control. Ford was all over the strike zone the first 3 innings. But has walked Gillick with 1 out after getting the leadoff hitter Edgar Ortiz. 2-0 to Ben Metlin. Looking in. The pitch in the dirt, not even close. That's 2 consecutive batters. He's gone 3-0-2. Well, this is it. I mean, you got to take advantage of these opportunities, especially if you don't have to swing the bat. There's your on-deck hitter, Tanner Ludgate, somewhere in there. Blocked off by the pole. 3-0 to Ben Metlin. Looking back in the pitch, way outside. First and second, trailing 1-0, 1 out, top 4. We'll go a couple of more hitters, and that's it here. Ludgate and then Eicher on deck. These are just simply interactive live look-ins. You can feel free to comment if you like. If not, just watch along with me. Ludgate at 0 for 1. Had a pop-up in his first plate appearance. The pitch, down and away, and Carson Ford cannot find the plate now. He was masterful through 3 1/3 innings, allowing just a hit. And these 2 base runners have reached via the walk. He went 3-1 to Gillick and walked him. Did the same here against Ben Metlin. And the offering, and that ball nearly hit him. If Ludgate didn't move, it would have hit him. 2-0. Well, whatever it takes. When you are slumping offensively and have scored a total of 5 runs in the last 2.5 games, you will take whatever you can get. The pitch over his head. 3-0. Ball, strike, ball. Ball. That's the way the inning has gone. 3-0 to Ludgate. He will not be swinging whatsoever on this pitch. Runner goes. That's up and in. It doesn't matter. No stolen base because it was a walk, and the bases are loaded on 13 pitches. We'll have a visit to the mound. Eicher will step in. This will be the final hitter that we'll be with you for, at least on Facebook Live. Of course, we are live on 1010 KSIR. We're also on the TuneIn app. By the way, yesterday's game, which Kevin Fergus called, if you have a Roku at home, the TuneIn radio, or the TuneIn app, I should say, you can listen to that on your television, smartphone, iPad, or whatever the case may be, or simply on the radio. Okay, bases loaded. And here is Wiley Eicher. Big opportunity for him, hitting just over 200 going into the game. And 0 for 1. 3 walks. Gillick was walked, and Hunter Proctor ran for him, stole a base. This is a chance to take the lead with a base hit. with 1 out in the top of the 4th inning. The Eagles lead 1-0. The pitch, low, 1 ball and no strikes. Yeah, I think Ford is now thinking about it. He's got to be thinking about it. As soon as he walked that first hitter, he cannot find the zone. Eicher waits. 1-0. That is a strike at the knees, a delayed call. 1-1. Oh, that was a delayed call. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. 1-0 Eagles. The offering squaring to bunt and lays it up the first base side on a hop to play to the plate for the out. That's going to be a force out. Getting Proctor. That's going to go 3-2 by Freever, 2 down, and that'll conclude our Facebook Live coverage for now. And, not unfortunately the best of bunts. And here we go with Landon Mesh stepping in. So 2 down and the bases are loaded. Mesh looking to give the Beat Diggers the lead. The pitch. Swung on, lined up the middle for a base hit into left center field. 1 run will score around third, and scoring is Ludgate. It is 2-1 Beat Diggers on the 2-run single by Mesh. And Eicher to third. That was big. That's why you're a 500 hitter coming into the game. And you throw a hittable pitch like that, and Landon Mesh made him pay. Here's Caleb Jimenez. 1 for 2 in the game. Had the first base hit for Brush. The stretch and the offering. Swung on and popped foul and out of play off to the left. As Mesh was going with a pitch. No balls and 1 strike. The Beat Diggers took advantage of those walks. Now they're trying to get even more here. Mesh more than likely will be taking off again. Pitch to Jimenez. Swung on and grounded up the middle and off the second baseman into shallow center field. A run's going to score. And now the trail runner to third to throw. And safe. Safe at third base is Mesh. Jimenez at second. The Beat Diggers lead 3-1. Boy, it looked like the second baseman, Krapis, was somewhat shielded. We'll give him an RBI single because that was tricky once it was lined up the middle. And the runners advanced when the ball got away. No air. Here's Percy Odell. Walked in a board on an air, looking to extend a 3-1 lead. Ford to the plate. Breaking ball is up and in. 1 ball and no strikes. All this damage done with 2 outs. And the bases loaded. The 2-run single by Mesh, and then Jimenez with his second hit. I'm the unofficial scorekeeper, so we'll see if it still scored a hit. And a step off there by Carson Ford. Again, it's not going to look pretty for the Beat Diggers. They got some help with those 3 walks, but so what? They're on the board. And the offering. Down and in. Scoreboard doesn't have the count. It should be 2-0. It is. Sawyer Albert is on deck. Awaiting the pitch is Odell. Here it is. Up and in, 3-0. Three balls and no strikes on Percy Odell. Brush with a 3-1 lead in the top of the 4th inning. And the offering. And the breaking ball is a strike on the inside corner. That one dropped there at the last second. 3-2. That's the definition of a high strike right at the top of the zone. Odell awaits. 3-2 pitch. Outside with a breaking ball. The bases are reloaded. And here's a huge opportunity for Sawyer Albert. A board on an air and popped out. Got to get your pitch here. He swung at a pitcher's pitch to pop out. A board on the air on the Miscue by the third baseman, Owen Hood, in his first plate appearance. 5 and 6-1 is a lot different than 3-1, especially with Keithan Gillick pitching, because he's been effective. Out of the stretch is Carson Ford. Looking in. The offering. Swung on. That ball is grounded on one big hop to short. The throw to second for the force. Nice play there by Hudson Bookout on a ball that was laced on one hop to short. But the play was made, and the top of the fourth is history. However, the B-Diggers come up with 3 runs, and they do it on 2 hits. No errors, and the bases were left loaded. 3 1/2 innings have been played from Fort Collins. It's Brush 3, Liberty Common 1 on 1010 KSIR and the Eastern Plains Sports Network. And the pitch is swung on and missed. Carson Ford, the hitter. He reached on the air by Sawyer Alberts on a grounder to second that Albert just dropped at first base. 3-1 Brush over Liberty Common. And the pitch swung on and popped foul and out of play. I love the way Gillick pitches. This guy is all over the strike zone. 33 strikes and 17 balls unofficially. Even when he gets hit, I mean, he's in the strike zone. No balls and 2 strikes. The offering, and I bounced that one in there. That's a big-time waste pitch. 3 strikeouts for Gillick, only 1 walk. And the 1-2. Breaking balls in the dirt again. Yeah, that thing is breaking a little bit too early. If it has late life, the hitter is more apt to swing at it. But now when it breaks that early, he can read it right out of the hand. 2-2. Chopped foul behind the plate. Remains at 2-2. The B-Diggers and Weld Central Rebels play tomorrow. I'll have the game at 4 o'clock in Brush on 1010 KSIR and the Eastern Plains Sports Network. And the offering to Ford. Swung on line. That is a base hit into left field. Looked like a changeup that hung up in the zone. Ford kept his hands back, and Liberty Common, like Brush, has 3 hits in the game. Here's Roman Galindo. He walked in his first plate appearance. Yeah, if you're going to throw up in the zone, you got to throw a rising fastball, throw back to first, and it bounces in. Nice scoop there by Sawyer Albert. After tomorrow's game, the B-Diggers won't play until Saturday, 11 a.m. on 1010 against Tinmouth. Again, throw to first, but back in easily is Ford. Love to see a double play to shorten the inning, especially since Gillick has thrown 54 pitches. That's quite a bit already. The offering. Swing and a miss. Throw back to first, and back in standing is Ford. No balls and 1 strike to Galindo. Gillick. Chest level. The pitch. That's right there. Strike 2. Fastball, belt high. Can't throw much better than that. No balls and 2 strikes. Straight up at 5 o'clock Mountain Time. This is 1010 KSIR. Brush, Fort Morgan, Weldona. Also on the web at KSIR.com. We're on the TuneIn app as well. The pitch. Swing and a miss on a fastball. Might have got a piece of the baseball into the glove of Eicher. Strikeout number 4, 1 out. Galindo goes down in the bottom of the 4th inning. But Patrick Carney had a base hit into right field. That scored the game's first run. And Landon Mesh has got to know that, because that was hit to his left, and he's still playing in the same spot. If they could readjust that defense, especially with as hard as Gillick is throwing, could make it easier. But let's see what happens with this hitter. The offering, runner goes, swing and a miss. Eicher throws from his knees. It's right there. The tag, and safe. The ball got away. I think Odell tried to apply a swipe tag and never had the ball. That's a great throw by Eicher. Well, and the one thing, those swipe tags can be a little bit careless. You want to catch the ball first and then just lay down the tag. I've seen swipe tags that you miss the runner because you're tagging an area instead of a body. The offering outside, the count is level. at 1 ball and 1 strike. Eicher's made some good throws today. Ford at second, 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out, 1 on, 3-1 Brush. Bottom of the 4th inning. The pitch, strike, fastball, center cut. It's 1-2. To the number 7 hitter. You get the number 8 hitter, you start with a 9 in the 5th inning, you're looking good. Ford off of second. Gillick need not worry about him. The pitch, outside goes to third, the throw, and oh man, Eicher had to step behind the hitter. He kind of double clutched and there was no way, and it's a stolen base. That's a tough one when the runner takes off for third and you don't want to throw it off the hitter. And the pitch. Swing and a miss. A late swing. The ball is dropped. Eicher will throw to first for the out. Runner remains at third. 2 down as a strikeout is completed. Strikeout number 5 for Keaton Gillick. Two down for Freever to grounded to second. A 4-6 fielder's choice. All right here. Do not allow this run of your Brush. Just put him away right here. You've got a 2-run lead in the bottom of the 4th inning. The offering. Fastball, strike 1, inside corner. 42 strikes, 21 balls. That's a 2-to-1 ratio. The number 9 hitter, Krapis, is on deck. The offering, down and away. The count evens at 1 ball and 1 strike on Wyatt Freevert. At third is Carson Ford. He scored Liberty Commons' only run. The pitch swung on and fisted first base side, foul. Ball 1, strike 2. You know, if Gillick just gets this guy out, that's a nice job because a lot of leadoff hitters get on in baseball and they score. They end up scoring. Just the way the game works. 1-2. The pitch, fouled off. Man, that's well spotted on the outside corner. Reached out with a bat there. And it extends the at-bat for Freevert. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Both teams have 3 hits. Both teams have committed 2 errors. Brush, though, has blown opportunities. They have left 7 on base. Liberty Common has left 3. And now 4. It's a strikeout. Wyatt Freevert goes down on a high fastball, and Keaton Gillick strikes out the side. In the 4th inning, he's got 6 punch-outs in the game. No runs on 1 hit, no errors. A base runner left at third. We played 4 innings in Fort Collins in this Patriot League contest. It's Brush 3, Liberty Common 1 on 1010 KSIR and the Eastern Plains Sports Network. The Bay Diggers lead Liberty Common 3-1 in Fort Collins at Adora Park. I'm John Beltran. Edgar Ortiz, Keaton Gillick, and Ben Metlin will lead off the 5th. You're not looking for insurance runs this early. That applies in the 7th inning. However, you don't want those 3 runs to be standalone. Yesterday, the Bee Diggers had a single runs, I believe, over 4 innings. Couldn't generate a multiple inning rally. Everything was really spread out for the Bee Diggers yesterday in the 4-3 victory. They had a run in the 1st, 1 in the 2nd, 1 in the 4th, and 1 in the 6th. This is a little bit different. Nothing in the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd, and 3 runs in the 4th inning. Ortiz lined out and grounded out. He's 0 for 2. The pitch in the dirt. Carson Ford feels like he's thrown about 80 pitches, but he was so efficient early, even with the 3 walks in the 4th inning, only 61 to this point. But 31 balls, 30 strikes. The pitch. Breaking ball. Did he wave at it? And it's a strike anyway. 1 ball and 1 strike to Edgar Ortiz, the Bee Digger 3rd baseman today. Ford at the belt. The pitch. Swung on line. Base hit into left field. That's the 4th hit of the game for the Bee Diggers, and that was laced by Edgar Ortiz. And that gets the Bee Digger dugout going. And that'll send up Keaton Gillick. And the Bay Diggers will have a courtesy runner at first. That's River Hodgson running for Ortiz. Gillick popped to center and walked. Carson Ford looks in, and the offering in the dirt, and going is Hodgson. It's a straight up steal. Doesn't even need to slide. The pitch got away. Well, the Bee Diggers are running effectively in this game. 1 ball and no strikes. They'd love to have a big inning. Get a big inning. Make this an easy one. Maybe not even go 7. You want to establish some offensive momentum. They got plenty of momentum on the other side, but not offensively. Not whatsoever. They did score 3 runs with 2 outs, but they needed help loading the bases via the walk. And the offering. Swung on. That ball is grounded right underneath the glove of Owen Hood at third. And to third is Hodgson. That'll be the 3rd error of the game on Owen Hood. The ball was hit sharply, but that, again, the play should have been made. And Liberty Common on their own field now committed 3 errors, all by the same player. That's tough. 1st and 3rd. And here is Ben Metlin. The courtesy runner at first will be the senior Hunter Proctor. He's already got a stolen base in this game. He'll be taking off anytime soon. Nope, not there. The fastball is high. Well, let's look at the line here for Ford. Well, I guess those runs got to be earned because Hood did not commit an error in the, all 3 runs earned because his errors have been in the innings the Bee Diggers have not scored, but they're about to score here with nobody out and a 3-1 lead in the 5th inning. The pitch, runner goes, swung on, line toward center field. That's going to drop for a base hit, that dive, and the ball gets away from Weebler. Diving to his left. Proctor steps on third. Proctor sent to the plate. He's going to score. And now to third is Ben Metlin, and the throw is not going to be made. It's a 2-run triple, and the Bee Diggers lead 5-1 in the 5th inning. And that was a gorgeous hit and run. And here is Tanner Ludgate. What a shot that was in the gap by Ben Metlin. I tell you, Weebler might have gotten a glove on it, but it didn't appear that he was going to make that catch. Ball had too much tail on it. Ludgate stepping in. The stretch and the pitch. Breaking ball is up and away. 1 ball and no strikes. Ben Metlin had a big hit in the playoffs last year and had another one right there. The infield is playing in with the Bee Diggers up by 4. 1-0. The offering. Swung on, line. Base hit along the left field line, headed for the corner. Metlin's going to score. There goes Ludgate to second. That's going to be an RBI double. The Bee Diggers have 3 runs across for the 2nd straight inning. They lead 6-1 in the top of the 5th inning over Liberty Common. And that ball was tattooed by Tanner Ludgate. By the way, we'll have that one on our, check out our 1010 KSIR Sports Facebook page a little bit later on. We've got that one on video. And we might have a pitching change here with the Bee Diggers putting together 6 runs, 3 in this inning without an out, by the way, and 3 in the previous inning. Conversation on the mound. And Ludgate got on top of that pitch. But no change as of yet. There is activity behind the dugout, but I don't even know if that's a relief pitcher. Carson Ford will stay in there. He's going to face Wiley Eicher, who is 0 for 2. He popped to short. Then he bunted to the first baseman in a bases-loaded situation, and that cut down a runner at the plate on a force-out, a 3-2 force. So here is Wiley Eicher. The sun is shining, and so are the Bee Diggers. with a 6-1 lead. Carson Ford gets a sign, the stretch. Looking back, and the pitch. Squaring to bunt, and he missed it completely. Well, that was a good pitch to bunt. It was a breaking ball, but it was right there in the wheelhouse, and he missed it. No balls and 1 strike. Eicher was in the 2-hole for a while. They're trying to settle him down by dropping him in the order and maybe regaining a little bit of confidence. And the offering, squaring again, and he missed it again. 0-2. On deck is Landon Mesh. He got the scoring started with a 2-run single with 2 outs in the 4th inning. No balls and 2 strikes to Eicher. Ludgate off of second. The offering, fouled at the plate. That is a foul and a pitch down in the zone. God, you just like to see one solid swing from Eicher just to get his momentum going. He's had a lot of poor plate appearances in the last couple of games. And you don't get dropped 7 spots in the order if you're rolling. He was obviously doing very well earlier in the season, just looking to reestablish his game at the plate. We'll do it again. No balls, 2 strikes, 3 across in the top of the 5th inning. Brush leads Liberty Common 6-1. And the big hit in this inning, a 2-run triple by Ben Metlin. The offering, curveball is upstairs. That's a good take by the catcher, Wiley Eicher. Pitch number 73 thrown by Carson Ford. 1-2 to Eicher, still nobody out. Long top of the 5th. The offering, up and in. Ho, ho, ho. It almost looked like he was going to get rung up there for a second, but it was inside. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Off of second is Tanner Ludgate. Stretch by Ford. The pitch. A called strike 3. Oh, man. It just grazed the corner, and Eicher goes down looking. Here's Landon Mesh. Mesh has grounded out twice, but then had that big 2-run single with 2 outs in the previous inning. That made a 1-0 Liberty Common advantage into a 2-1 Brush lead. The stretch and the offering. Breaking ball is beautiful, a strike. On the outside corner, no balls and 1 strike. Oh, I saw my friend Vito Matos Garcia on the Facebook Live. 0-1. We'll be back with you hopefully for that segment in the 7th. The pitch, swinging a drive down the right field line. Along the line, the ball is caught over there. Tagging up is Ludgate. He goes to third on the play made by Freevert. And there's 2 down. Mesh sent that one a long way down the right field line, but the out was recorded. And here is Caleb Jimenez. Popped out twice and singled. Actually popped out once and singled twice. 2 for 3 unofficially because one of those base hits was questionable. Not sure if they're going to score that a hit in the official book. The pitch, and that ball hit him. Off-speed pitch got him in the back. Jimenez on for the 3rd consecutive time. And Percy Odell's been on 3 times, although he has no base hits. He's walked twice and a board on an error. Here's a big plate appearance for Percy Odell. Ludgate at third. Jimenez is going to run for himself at first, as he has in this game. Can Percy deliver with the B-Diggers up 6-1 in the 5th inning? Carter lays down the sign. And now, Odell's got to step out. That's a long pause there by the pitcher. No pitch clock, but you want to keep this game moving. The stretch, throw back to first, and Caleb is back in diving. Well, they want that cheap out if they can get it. It's much harder to get a hitter than a base runner. Base runner's got to fall asleep. Awaiting the first pitch of this plate appearance is Percy Odell. Here it is. Upstairs, runner to second, no throw. 2 in scoring position. A base hit will extend the advantage, at least by a run, if not 2. 1 ball and no strikes to Odell. The Bee Diggers were trailing 1-0 going into the 4th. The pitch, swing and a miss on a slider. With that one, you go to right field. 1 ball and 1 strike. I think Percy thought that was going to be a fastball. Carson Ford to the plate, way outside, and the ball skips away. But again, not a lot of room between the catcher and the backstop. I mean, maybe about, 10 feet? He retrieves that easily. Does Carter, 2-1. 2-1 to Percy Odell. Keaton Gillick's been resting for quite a bit in that dugout. Let's see if he can come out as sharp as he's been. The offering, up and in. I don't know how much longer Carson Ford goes. He is all over the place. 3-1. Ford in this game has walked 5. And he's in trouble against Percy Odell. The pitch. Swung on and lifted into left center field. Weebler goes back, still going back to his right. Settles under it. Makes the grab. And the Bee Diggers are finally retired in the top of the 5th inning. But they put together another 3-run rally. They do it on 3 hits. There was 1 error and 2 left. 4 1/2 innings have been played in Fort Collins. It's Brush 6, Liberty Common 1 on the Eastern Plains Sports Network. I'm John Beltran back from Fort Collins, bottom of the 5th inning. It's 6-1 and the pitch. Down and away to Gabe Krapis. Keaton Gillick had his best inning in the 4th when he struck out the side. He's got 6 strikeouts in the game. That's right there for a strike down the middle. It's 1-1, 9-1-2. Krapis struck out swinging his first time up, hitting from the left side. Gillick winds and fires. The bender is in the dirt, 2-1. Well, you are 1/3 of the way. After winning yesterday, you'd like to be 2/3 from winning 3 games in 3 days. If you take out Liberty Common today, that's a strike on the outside corner. Fastball, belt high, it's 2-2. 71 pitches deep is Keaton Gillick. And the offering, fouled off the end of the bat. Well spotted again, right on the outside corner. Remains at 2 balls and 2 strikes to the number 9 hitter for Liberty Common. Eicher lays down the sign and the offering outside with a fastball. Count moves to 3-2. Rice and Weebler's on deck. And the pitch swung on and popped foul and out of play off to the left over the third base dugout occupied by Liberty Common. Yeah, you don't want to walk this guy. You got to get this guy. 3-2. Let's get it right in there. The offering swung on and fouled off to the left again. That one got a lot of the plate. But if you're Gillick, don't even think about a breaking ball. You're up by 5 runs. I mean, he doesn't call the pitches, but hopefully this will just be straight-up fastballs. 3-2 or a changeup, and that is a walk up and away. It barely missed, but it was a walk. Yeah, it was a ball, I should say. Good pitch, enticing pitch, but it was just off the plate. Courtesy runner, Gus Weber for Liberty Common. There's Weebler. He's 1 for 2, a strikeout and a single. Got to watch out for this guy. He's played tremendous defense as well. And that number 9 hitter, when he gets on, there's a throw to first dug out by Albert. Again, you're 9 outs away, and If you just concentrate on hitters, you can take care of business, even if the other team does score a run or two in the next 3 innings. Gillick stretches. The pitch, fastball low. Underneath the knees, it's 1-0. How much would the Bee Diggers love a double play here? But it's tough against this lefty. He's got speed. And you know when the ball's hit hard on this field, it's going to roll quickly. That one is low off the glove of Eichert, no advance. 2-0, and now Gillick's got to come in with a pitch. Sawyer Albert threw just one pitch to register the save in yesterday's 4-3 victory over Bennett. 2 balls, no strikes, 6-1 Brush, bottom of the 5th inning, nobody out. The offering, swing and a miss. A blazing fastball on the outside corner. Ball 2, strike 1. Man, that's a quality pitch if you can duplicate that twice. Don't even worry about that base runner. Oh, he's going to do it, and he throws it into the dirt. Oh. And that's twice that Gillick has thrown over there, and neither one has reached the first baseman. And don't preoccupy yourself with a runner too much with a 5-run lead. 2-1. That pitch is not even close. That happens so many times, I don't get it. You just throw a quality pitch, you go back to first, then you throw a pitch that's way outside. Just don't do it. Now, again, a lot of that can be called from the dugout, so it's not all in the pitcher, 3-1, but it just throws you off rhythm. Swing and a foul tip into the glove. There you go. Go right back at him. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Go right back at him. If this is a 1-run lead, I get it, but not a 5-run lead. The runner goes, he goes. You got a 3-2 count for the second straight hitter. The pitch, way outside, not even close. Not even close. Not a competitive pitch there by Gillick. It's a walk to Weebler. First and second for Hudson Bookout, who's grounded ashore twice. And now you're in danger of barely getting through the 5th inning with 82 pitches thrown, including 12 in this inning, without recording an out. A big batter here faced by Gillick, a big in the game, not necessarily in stature. The offering, strike on that offering, at the knees, no balls and 1 strike. Owen Hood waits to hit next. Well, Gillick was in a jam earlier this game and got out of it, limiting Liberty Common to a run in the second. That's the only run he's allowed. Can he do it again? The offering, swung on and grounded up the middle, headed for center field. That's a base hit. Charging his Ludgate towards the baseball and being held up at third is Gus Weber, and the bases are loaded with nobody out in the bottom of the 5th inning. That's what happens when you walk the first 2 hitters. And now Keaton's got to work out of this with Owen Hood, who reached on a catcher's interference and grounded out. The Bee Diggers have stranded 9 in the game. Liberty Common has left 4. Here comes Tom Odell for a conversation with his pitcher. Yeah, anytime you lose a strike zone, it can certainly come back to haunt a team. But if you can keep this within just a run or 2, you're fine. You've got a 6-1 lead, but Liberty Common is threatening to get right back into the game. And a base hit would do that. Full of Eagles and nobody out in the bottom of the 5th inning. Let's see, are we going to make a move? Still no move yet. And apparently that's going to be it for Keaton Gillick. That'll be it. It'll be taken off the mound. Sawyer Albert will come into pitch in 1 minute on the Eastern Plains Sports Network. The bases are loaded for Liberty Common in the bottom of the 5th inning. The Bee Diggers have the lead, 6-1 with nobody out. Those runners are all the responsibility of Keaton Gillick with a couple of walks and a base hit. And now you've got the heart of the order, Owen Hood, Max Freevert, and Carson Ford. Albert completing his warm-up pitches. And he's a hard-throwing right-hander. Yesterday threw one pitch and got the save in a 4-3 victory over Bennett. Hood again at 0 for 1. The catcher's interference does not count as a plate appearance. 0 for 1. Albert to the plate. Swung on line down the right field line. That's trouble. That's a base hit, and it's twisting into foul territory. Weber scores. Here's Weebler, and to third is Bookout. It's a 2-run single for Owen Hood. And Liberty Common has made this a 6-3 lead for Brush. And those runs are charged to Gillick. That's a good pitch thrown by Albert, but he just went the other way. Here's Freever to strike out in a pop-up. 0 for 2. Gillick is still eligible for the win. He went 4+ innings. Got to go 4 in a 7-inning game. Tying run at the plate. Pitch. Fastball strike, throw to second, and it's off the runner, and the ball gets away. And here comes a base runner from third. Bookout scores at 6-4. And I'm not sure what happened there. The ball, that's a good throw by Eicher, but Mesh didn't come up for it. It's an error either way. And Liberty Common has come back with 3 runs and still nobody out. Well, is Coach Odell looking for some interference? But I don't think he's going to get any call like that. It is 0-1. The B-Diggers have now committed 3 errors in the game. And let's see, we'll have a conversation with a field umpire. This game has all of a sudden come to a standstill. And the one thing you don't want is a long game. When you're playing tomorrow and you just played yesterday, you do not want a long game. And the starting pitchers did not help themselves with rough stretches like Ford had with the bases loaded for the B-Diggers when he walked all those B-Diggers in the 4th inning. And Gillick threw very, very well, but then scuffled in the 5th. And now Albert gave up a 2-run single, and still with nobody out and only a 6-4 Brush lead. Looking back, the pitch, down and away. If he throws enough pitches, he will not be eligible to pitch tomorrow. That's for sure. I'm sure it'll be Caleb Jimenez. 1 ball, 1 strike. We're 90 minutes into the game. And still in the bottom of the 5th inning. Looking back. Oh, Albert's paying a lot of attention. Now time is called. 1 ball, 1 strike. Yet you don't, again, this is what's happened in this inning. The B-Diggers are paying a little bit too much attention to the base runners, and that can throw off your concentration with a hitter. I know they're taking leads, and you have picked off a runner, but you haven't retired anybody yet. 1 ball, 1 strike. Looking back at second. Now the throw back to second. That's easy in there is Owen Hood. I guess you keep them close, but again, they've got 1 pickoff, and that was on a trail runner. Gillick picked them off earlier in the game. And it was not that base runner. 1 ball, 1 strike. Albert at the belt. To the plate. Popped up. Could be the first out, foul territory. Eicher to the screen, and he drops the ball. Eicher dropped the ball off the bottom of his glove. That will be scored an error. It was nearly up against the fence, but if he makes that catch. Wow, this is tough to watch. B-Digger's got to be better than this. Wasn't an easy play, but very makeable for Eicher. And you got to use that second hand occasionally to cup that baseball. 1-2. Had some twisting action on it, but it hit the bottom of the glove and very makeable. Looking back in the pitch. Swung on and lifted into right field. Coming on, still coming on and making the catch is Jimenez for the out. That's a much-needed out if you're Brush. Boy, it took a long time to get that first out. And the B-Diggers have already committed their share of errors in this game, but that time the play is made. Here is Carson Ford. Ford in the game is 1 for 2. Looking back, and the offering. Swing and a miss on a pitch below the knees. Nice pitch there by Albert. Ball gets away in the infield. Yeah, it's just part of the sloppiness the B-Diggers are demonstrating. Again, 4 errors. You just got to be sharp. You know, you got to be sharp if you're going to be a good baseball team. No balls and 1 strike, just simple throws. Every game, Brush has played really well in pieces. Looking back again in the offering. Swing and a miss. Now Albert's got that fastball going. Gillick did strike out 6. And what's crazy is that he had a great 4th inning. And then the 5th inning earlier this inning did not go well. 0-2. At second is Owen Hood. 3 across for Liberty Common in the bottom of the 5th, 6-4. In favor of the B-Diggers, the offering. Swung on and popped up right side of the infield. And the first baseman, Ortiz, is going to make the catch. Yeah, Albert went over there, but boy, I got scared that Albert was actually going to try to make a play when it was right to Ortiz, and maybe he just misjudged the trajectory and the angle a little bit, but nonetheless, great pitch by Albert, 2 down. Now hopefully the B-Diggers have settled in. That'll bring up Galindo, who's walked and struck out. There's the stretch, the shortstop in behind the runner. And the offering. Swung on, line to right field, and that's going to drop for a base hit. Hood is around third, and the throw's going to go all the way through. Why? Why is that throw being made? And then another throw, and it's 6-5. I mean, you don't make that throw from right field. There's no chance to get him. Galindo with a base hit goes to second. And it's 6-5, Brush. That is not a good decision to throw that ball the way through. There's no play at the plate. Here's Patrick Carney, who has singled and struck out. And Liberty Common is within a run. Yeah, you've got to know as an outfielder just to throw back to second. There's no play. I mean, not even close. The stretch. At the belt. And the offering. Foul tipped at the plate. No balls and 1 strike. Albert has thrown 10 pitches. Every one of them but 1 has been a strike. He's been really effective here in relief. Again, unfortunately for Keaton Gillick. He did allow 4 of those runs, but only 2 earned, so Gillick threw extremely well. Swing and a miss on a tailing fastball. It's 0-2. Yeah, so Gillick's ERA is not going to take a hit. He was a 4.54 going into the game. He allowed 2 runs in 4+ innings. In fact, that ERA is pretty much going to stay the same, if not go down a notch. Let's get out of this, Sawyer. We got no balls and 2 strikes. Looking back. The pitch popped up right side and out of play. Thought it was the right side, but it angled out. Remains at 0-2. To Patrick Carney. Galindo at second. 6-5, Brush, bottom of the 5th inning. Eicher setting up at the outside corner. The pause and a pitch. Outside, that missed. 1-2. B-Diggers are 7 outs away. It feels like it's going to take a while to get there. Especially with the extended 5th inning on both sides. Brush scored 3 runs in the top half of the 5th and Liberty Common with 4 in the bottom half of the frame. Here we go. Albert with a pitch. Swung on and grounded up the middle for a base hit. Runner steps on third. Could be a play at the plate. The throw's going to go all the way through, and it skips away. And to second is Kearney. The game is tied at 6. Galindo scores from second on the base hit. And Liberty Common has scored 5 in the frame. And to second on the throw again is Kearney. Here's Wyatt Freevert, 0 for 2. Fielder's choice and a strikeout. Brand new ball game. And again, what has killed Brush? It's these errors. Liberty Common has scored 6 runs in the game, and only 2 are earned because of the Brush errors. The stretch. And the offering. Swung on and grounded to second. Landon Mesh has got it, sets and throws to first. And thankfully the inning is over, but that was a disaster for Brush. 5 runs on 4 hits for Liberty Common. 2 errors and 1 left. We head to the 6th inning. It's Brush 6, Liberty Common 6 on the Eastern Plains Sports Network. Here's Sawyer Albert, Edgar Ortiz, and Keaton Gillick. Against right-hander Carson Ford, he's thrown 83 pitches, and somehow he's in a 6-6 game. But while Brush has committed errors, the center fielder for Liberty Common, Bryson Weibler, has made a couple of great plays. And that has preserved Liberty Common and kept them in the game. So here is Albert for Brush. He is 0 for 3. Reached on an error, popped out, and grounded into a fielder's choice. Yeah, Ford still has plenty left if he can throw strikes. And the offering. Breaking ball to the screen. It skips away. 1 ball and no strikes. 4, 5, and 6 in the top of the 6th inning. The line score is 6 runs, 6 hits for Brush, 6 runs, 7 hits for Liberty Common. 4 errors by the Beat Diggers, 3 by Liberty Common. That's a strike on the outside corner. 9 left on base for Brush, 5 by Liberty Common. A ball and a strike. Sawyer Albert officially 0 for 3 in the game. The stretch by Ford. The pitch. Upstairs, it's 2-0. Yesterday's game went about 1:40. This game is already at 1:45 and will easily eclipse 2 hours. The offering. That is chopped left side, shortstop book out, backhand sets, throws to first high and off line. And off the glove of the first baseman Freevert, and that will be an error. Albert reaches base for the 2nd time, 4th error committed by Liberty Common. Just a routine play, but it was not made. Here's Edgar Ortiz, who is lined out, grounded out, and singled. And Hunter Proctor will be the courtesy runner for Sawyer Albert. So here we go with Ortiz. Thanks to all of our sponsors responsible for this game and all the games throughout the course of the various sports seasons, including Western Engineering Consultants. Western Engineering Consultants. Since 2003, they've been providing big firm product with small firm relationships. Visit westerneci.com. Swung on. That ball is laced into left field for a base hit. Ortiz with a 2nd hit in as many at-bats. Hunter Proctor to second. Here come the Beat Diggers in the 6th inning. This will send up Keaton Gillick, 0 for 2, pop out. A walk and a board on an error. And looks like Carson Ford is going to be replaced on the mound. Liberty Common has come all the way back, but they'll do it with a second pitcher now. 6-6 in the top of the sixth inning on the Eastern Plains Sports Network. Gus Weber, the new pitcher for Liberty Common. I'm John Beltran, live from Fort Collins in Adora Park at 6-6. Brush and Liberty Common, top of the sixth inning. Sawyer Albert led off aboard on an air. Hunter Proctor is running for him at second base. And then a base hit by Edgar Ortiz. Here's Keaton Gillick, who is 0 for 2. Popped out aboard on a walk and reached in an air. Gillick is no longer the pitcher of record because the game is tied. But he could give them the lead. Once again, the pitch. And that one is over the glove. And now taking off late, the throw to third. And Proctor is going to be out. Well, that is horrendous. The ball got away. Proctor had a late jump and was thrown out by quite a bit. And the tag was applied by Carson Ford. Wow. Yeah, you cannot. You either take off immediately or you stay put. So Proctor is out, trying to take third on a wild pitch. Now 1-0 to Keaton Gillick. Weber delivers. Swung on line foul. Down the third base side. Count is level at 1-1. One ball, one strike, one out, one on. Brush 6, Liberty Common 6 in the top of the sixth inning. Weber, the right-hander, looks back to the plate. Swung on, that ball's fisted foul off to the left. 1-2. I've said many times there's nothing better than good baseball and nothing worse than bad. This was really good baseball for a while, but mistakes galore and walks have not helped the quality of this game. 1-2 pitch. Swung on line, base hit into left field for Gillick, and out of third it's Ortiz. Hit so hard there's no way he can score, but Gillick gives the Bee Diggers a chance here to take the lead. For Gillick, his first hit of the game. And here's Ben Metlin, grounded out, walked, and tripled. It was a 2-run triple. We can deposit another one in the gap. Weber with a long pause. And the offering. That's a fastball, strike one on the outside corner. No balls and one strike to Ben Metlin. On deck, it's Tanner Ludgate. Runners take their leads. Runner goes. Swung on line, base hit, right field, a hit and run. That means Ortiz is going to score, and Gillick, the trail runner, to third. He was the one taking off. Ben Metlin with another RBI in the game, and the Bee Diggers lead in the top of the sixth inning, 7-6. I'm telling you, Metlin is one heck of a hitter. And a perfect hit and run. Here's Tanner Ludgate. He popped out, walked, and doubled. Ludgate is 1 for 2. Need a lot of runs considering you've already blown a 5-run lead. Runner goes. Popped up. And that one is in foul territory and out of play. 0-1. When they say heads up, you got to make sure you got to spot the ball. Thank goodness we spotted the ball. And it was not in the danger zone. No balls and one strike. Well, that would have been a steal there for Metlin, but nonetheless, it was a good pitch that Ludgate swung at. No balls and one strike. Let's see if Weber actually throws over to first. A stretch. He goes home. Low with a fastball. Count level at 1-1. Ludgate has gotten better with every at-bat. A pop out, a walk, and a double in that order. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out, 2 on, 1 in, 7-6 Brush. The pitch. Swung on, lined. Foul. Holy mahungus. It had some twist to it. It would have been at least a double, but it's strike 2. 1 ball and 2 strikes on Tanner Ludgate. Yeah, that thing just twisted. If not, that would have been an 8-6 lead for Brush. Not sure that Metland would have scored from first there. Awaiting the pitch. Here it is. Swung on and popped foul, and had a play off the screen. Threw a changeup up in the zone. Remains at 1-2 to Tanner Ludgate. Brush was down 1-0, scored 6 unanswered runs. Liberty Common with 5 straight. Now the Bee Diggers have responded with a run in the 6th inning, looking for more. Another 1-2 pitch. Here it is. Swung on. That ball is grounded into left field. That is a base hit. Jillick is going to score. Metland to second. Hunter Ludgate has got his 2nd hit of the game. Brush 8, Liberty Common 6 in the 6th inning. Well, and think how big this inning could be if Hunter Proctor was not tagged out at third on a play that should have never happened. Wiley Eicher popped out, a fielder's choice and a strikeout. He's 0 for 3. Here's the stretch. And the offering inside with a fastball. Now I'm going to make we're at 1 hour 55. I'm going to say 2 hours and 28 minutes. That's my prediction. I might as well play a game within the game. 2:28 is time of the game. That's what I'm calling for right now. If it goes beyond that, it could be a long night. The pitch, fastball, a strike. Wow. Well, apparently Wiley Eicher has shrunk a few inches. That pitch was below the knees. It's 1 ball, 1 strike, 2 across. That was way low. Runners at first and second. Gus Weber, the right-hander, to the plate. Fouled. On a pitch in on the fist, it's 1-2. The very dangerous Landon Mesh is on deck for Brush. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Eicher, the stretch. The pitch. That ball hit him. Got him on the right hand, and the bases are loaded. And here is major trouble for Liberty Common. Landon Mesh, he's kind of due here. He's grounded out twice. He's singled and popped to right. He's 1 for 4. He can break this wide open again for Brush. Left-handed hitter will have another visit, and we're going to have another pitcher. Looks like Bryson Weibler is going to come into pitch for Liberty Common with the bases loaded and 1 out in the top of the 6th inning. And the Bee Diggers lead Liberty Common 8-6 on the Eastern Plains Sports Network. Bryson Weibler is the new pitcher for Liberty Common from his center field position. The Bee Diggers have 2 across. Ben Metland's at third, Tanner Ludgate at second, Wiley Eicher's at first base. He was just hit with a pitch. So this is going to be lefty against lefty. And we've had some big hits in this inning. Metland with the RBI single. Tanner Ludgate with an RBI single. He's got 2 hits in the game. And this is a big, big at-bat for Landon Mesh because the Bee Diggers had a 5-run lead. Now, I'm not sure what the repositioning is. Well, yeah, they've moved so many players around for Liberty Common. We'll have to, at some point, catch up on that. They've shifted infielders all over the place, too, at least on the left side. Lefty against lefty. And looks like Weibler is going to be pitching out of the stretch against Landon Mesh. And the offering. Swung on and lifted to center field. And going back, the catch is made over there. Tagging up and now scoring for the Bee Diggers is Metland. Ludgate to third. Eicher remains at first. Sac fly for Mesh. 9-6 in favor of the Bead Diggers. So the Bead Diggers pick up another run on that sac fly. And Caleb Jimenez, 2 for 3 in the game. He's been on base 3 consecutive times. With Ludgate at third and Eicher at first. Here's the stretch, the offering. And that ball looked like it clipped him. Did it go behind him? I don't know how it missed him. That was a breaking ball that missed him. That's a stolen base for Eicher. Oh, if Caleb can deliver, you get a 5-run lead right back. You're up by 3. 1 ball and no strikes.
Nice run, Wiley.
Runners take their leads. The pitch, fastball is up and away. 2 balls, no strikes with Percy Odell on deck. All right, here we go. Jimenez going to get a good pitch here. If it's a strike, you can go for it. 2-0. Nope, down and away. Ball skips away, but no advance. 3 balls and no strikes. This is a long game, just past the top of the hour. This is 10-10 KSIR, Brush, Fort Morgan, Weldona. There are 2 down in the 6th inning, and the Bead Diggers lead 9-6, threatening for more. Bryson Weibler, the second pitcher of the inning for Liberty Common, third of the game. Looking in for the sign. Long pause by Weibler. 3-0. Curveball is a strike.
That's all right. That's all right.
Well, you're taking anyway. You're not swinging at a 3-0 pitch. Now you'll be swinging at 3-1 if it's there.
Let's send it for a ride. Let's go, Caleb.
3 balls and 1 strike. The offering. Foul to the backstop. Three and 2. 3-2 to Jimenez. Can Caleb deliver in this spot? The pitch. Swing and a miss on a ball in the dirt. They're going to have to throw him out via the catcher to first, and that's what happens. And the strikeout is recorded. But the Bead Diggers have taken the lead. 3 runs on 4 hits. There was 1 Liberty Common error, and the Bead Diggers left 2 on base. Despite the fact the Bead Diggers have scored 9 runs, they have stranded 11 on the base paths. 5 1/2 innings are in the books. It's Brush 9, Liberty Common 6 on 1010 KSIR and the Eastern Plains Sports Network. Sawyer Albert begins his first full inning of work. He came into the game in the 5th inning for Keaton Gillick, and Albert now the pitcher of record. The Bead Diggers lead Liberty Common 9-6. Let's get this quick. 1, 2, 3 in this inning. Get back to the bats in the 7th. The last inning and a half has taken an eternity. It'll be Gabe Krapis, Bryson Weibler, and Hudson Bookout against Albert, who's now in line for the win if he finishes. Well, he doesn't have to finish the game, just he's already the pitcher of record right now. Somebody else would get the save if Albert doesn't finish. The pitch way outside. 1 ball and no strikes. A strikeout and a walk for this hitter. He's 0 for 1. Now a breeze picking up in Fort Collins. And the temperature seems to be dropping a tad. The offering. Swing and a miss. Fastball in the inner half. We went from 58 at first pitch to 60 now. It's at 59 degrees. And you can hear the wind. 1 ball, 1 strike to Gabe Krapis. And the offering, not even close, way outside. 2-1. Do not sabotage yourself with your brush. Throw those strikes. Do not allow Liberty Common to even creep closer. That already happened once. 2-1. a foot and a half outside, 3-1. Looks like Albert is not pitching to the hitter, or pitching to the glove. He's pitching to the hitter as a lefty. Got to go right to the glove. 3 balls and 1 strike. I got to tabulate how many walks in this game. The pitch. Swing and a miss. He got a big favor there. That was ball 4. That was definitely not a strike, and he swung at it anyway. It's 3-2. Well, hopefully Albert can make the adjustment and get Gabe Krapis 3 balls and 2 strikes. And the pitch. Swing and a foul tip into the glove. That might have been ball 4. It was above the letters, but it's a strikeout. There's 1 down. Here's Bryson Weibler. Single, struck out, and walked. He's 1 for 2. Okay, let's look at this right now. The pitching in this game, Liberty Common has issued 5 walks, all by the starter Ford. And the Bee Diggers have issued only 3 walks, but they've had some deep counts. The pitch, fastball for a strike. Wow, the strike zone looks like it's expanding a little bit. 0-1 here to Weibler. Albert looks in. And he kicks and fires. Upstairs with a fastball. 1-1. Rockies, Nuggets, and Avalanche all play tonight. Hopefully, after this game. Because right now this game's still going on. The first of those games begins with the Rockies at 6:40. Swung on line towards left center field to his right, making the grab for the out. That is Tanner Ludgate, and there's 2 down. In the gap, Ludgate read that beautifully and flagged it down. Here's Hudson Bookout. He is 1 for 3, had an RBI single his last time up. Albert doing his job, throwing strikes. The right-hander to the plate. Swung on and popped to center. Ludgate is right there. Settles under it, and it's a 1-2-3 inning. Thank you for that one. Let's head to the 7th inning. It's Brush 9, Liberty Common 6 on the Eastern Plains Sports Network. The Bee Diggers lead 9-6, headed to the 7th inning. We'll go to a Facebook Live segment in the bottom of the 7th. We'll do it with a couple of outs if the Bee Diggers can close this thing out. It'd be nice to, so get ready for that in the bottom of the 7th inning. We'll go to a Facebook Live segment to see the Bee Diggers hopefully close out the victory at Liberty Common. They broke a 6 tie with 3 runs in the previous inning. And here is Percy Odell against left-hander Bryson Weibler. Now here we go for Odell. And that ball looked like it clipped him on a breaking ball. He was 0 for 2 with a walk prior to that. Now he's on base with 2 walks, actually on base for the 3rd time. And that's 3 Bee Diggers that have been hit by pitches. And what are they going to say? He waved at it? Yeah, I guess it's not a hit by pitch. Yep, they're going to say that and that's possible. So, yeah, he got clipped. However, the bat was out there, so that's called a strike. And I've seen that call. That's a legitimate call if you don't put the bat back or get it out of the strike zone. So it's no balls and 1 strike. The left-hander Weibler to the plate. Fastball is up and away. 1 ball, 1 strike. Sawyer Albert in line for the victory, but will the Bee Diggers be up by 3 or more going into the 7th? And that ball's up and in. 2-1. I'm not sure how much. Let's see how much Weibler's pitched, because he doesn't look ultra comfortable out there. Let's see what we got for him. The offering Yeah, and that one hit him on a breaking ball. Man, he's all over the place. Weibler 0-2 with a 22.31 ERA. Man, has he struggled. Here's Sawyer Albert. This could be a long inning. This could be a long inning. An ERA of 22 going into this outing in relief. Albert aboard on an error twice. He's 0 for 4. Runner goes. There's a throw to first, taking off for second. Odell the throw, and it skips away into left field. That'll be a stolen base, though. No error since he took off. So in scoring position is Percy Odell, even though he didn't read that right, but it doesn't matter. He's got a shot to extend the lead. Actually, Albert does with Odell scoring. The Bee Diggers have 9 runs on 10 hits. Liberty Common 6 runs, 7 hits. Both teams have committed 4 errors. Bee Diggers have left 11 on base. Liberty Common with 5. Albert awaits the pitch. Runner goes to third. Fastball is high. No throw. And Odell took off early again. He didn't read either one very well, but Percy Odell with a lot of speed. Yeah, he took off way too early. If Weibler steps off the back of the rubber, he could have gotten Odell between second and third. Now the infield has to play in. And the count is 1-0. The pitch, strike. Down the middle with a fastball. Just above belt level, it's 1-1 to Sawyer Albert, looking for his first hit of the game. On base twice, but both via the error. The offering, fouled off the catcher. 1-2. Edgar Ortiz and Keaton Gillick will also hit in this inning unless a double play takes place, at least in Gillick's case, prior to him getting up there. No balls and 2 strikes. The Bee Diggers lead the Liberty Common Eagles 9-6 in the 7th. Albert digs back in. I'd predicted a 6:28 finish. We're at 6:14. We'll see. The pitch, foul tipped into the glove, and it's a strikeout of Albert. 1 out. Edgar Ortiz has been hot. He's 2 for 4. Weibler robbed him of a 2-run double in the first inning. He grounded out, then singled twice. Edgar Ortiz is 2 for 4. The infield continues to play in. Carter lays down the sign to stretch. The pitch, and that bounces in. What a play there by Carter. That was not even a 55-footer. That might have been a 45-footer. That just bounced in, and an excellent play by the Liberty Common catcher. 1 ball and no strikes. At third is Percy Odell. The pitch, breaking ball is upstairs and outside, 2-0. To Edgar Ortiz. We're in the top half of the 7th inning in Fort Collins. The pitch, swing, and he missed it altogether. Skips away, but retrieved by Carter. Yeah, I'm not sure what happened there to Carter. It was swung and missed. It was not a wild pitch. He just didn't look it into the glove, but no damage done. 2-1. Edgar just looking to drive one in the outfield for a 4-run lead. 2 balls, 1 strike. The stretch and the pitch. Breaking ball is down and in, 3-1. 6:28 could be wishful thinking now. Could be wishful thinking. 3-1 to Ortiz. The offering way outside. It's a walk. That'll send up Gillick, who has popped out, walked aboard on a miscue and a single. Keaton Gillick at 1 for 3. And a base hit in the previous inning kept that rally going for Brush. The stretch and the offering, runner goes. Fastball up and away. Throw back to third and nothing doing. Back to third is Odell. Ortiz to second. Man, Weibler just cannot find the strike zone. He did strike out Albert, but he's probably the easiest hitter to pitch to because he's so tall. And he's not in rhythm. He stepped off the rubber twice. Brush just has to wait for that pitch. The 1-0. Low, 2-0. I've been at these games when they're tight late, then you have that huge top of the 7th inning, and it feels like you're never going to end it. 2-0. The pitch. Swing and a miss and a ball tailing away. I'm not sure why Keaton swung at that one. He probably thought it was going to be a fastball down the middle, but that had some side spin to it, 2-1. But looked like Keaton just tried to deposit that ball somewhere into right field just to score the run. Or two. The pitch. Popped up, foul territory, third base side. Weibler dives and makes the catch. Holy mahungus. That is one of the best plays I've ever seen by a pitcher. He ran all the way towards the fence on a slide and made the catch. That's two incredible defensive plays by Bryson Weibler. Actually, 3 in the game. Man, he saw it right off the bat. And that is an all-star play again by the Liberty Common pitcher. He's done it at 2 different positions. The pitch swung on, and that ball is grounded to short. Long throw to first is going to be offline and off the glove of Freebird. Off the bat of Ben Metlin, a run scores. Ortiz to third. That'll be an error on Bookout. It's 10-6 on a simple ground ball and a poor throw. And here's Tanner Ludgate. That's an unearned run allowed by Weibler. And for Liberty Common, that is their 5th error of the game. Here is Tanner Ludgate. Tanner with a pop out, a walk, a double, and a single has been on base 3 times. Throw to first and out. Oh, man. Metlin was leaning the wrong way. He was picked off. And unfortunately, because of that pickoff, Tanner Ludgate does not get to hit. However, the Bead Diggers tack on an unearned run. No hits, 1 error, and 1 left. They've stranded 12 in the game. The Bead Diggers are 3 outs away. It's Brush 10, Liberty Common 6 on the Eastern Plains Sports Network. Once we get to 2 outs, we'll go to Facebook Live on our 1010 KSIR Sports page. Bottom of the 7th inning. Brush leads Liberty Common 10-6. Owen Hood will lead off for Liberty Common against Sawyer Albert. Albert has done an excellent job since coming into the game for Keaton Gillick, and Albert's now the pitcher of record. The sun has disappeared. Hood is 1 for 2. Catcher's interference, a ground out, and a base hit. Right side with an open stance. Albert kicks and fires. Fastball is a little bit low and away. 1 ball and no strikes. Well, I predicted 628. It's 621. Maybe there's a shot that they finish at around that time or earlier, not later. The pitch. Swing and a miss off the glove of Eicher and a fastball up in the zone. Count evens at 1 ball and 1 strike. The Advanced Agri Solutions post-game show is coming up after the 3rd out, which will hopefully happen here in the 7th. With a Bead Digger victory, but Liberty Common had a big 5-run inning a couple of innings ago. The offering, up and in, off the glove of Eicher. Yeah, Wiley's got to be tired back there. 2 balls and 1 strike. These are the 3, 4, and 5 hitters in the Liberty Common lineup. Rush broke a 6-all tie with 3 in the 6th, 1 in the 7th. That's a strike. Very bottom of the zone. With a fastball, it's 2-2. That was a borderline strike. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Hood awaits the pitch. And here it comes. Grounded foul, third base side. Yeah, tried to jam him on that pitch. We had strikeouts early. Gillick had 6. Albert has 1. Don't go to 3-2. That's danger zone. Stay at 2-2 and get the hitter. Let's see if Sawyer can blow it right by him. 2-2 pitch. Nope. Way outside. Ball 3, strike 2 to Owen Hood. In the bottom of the 7th inning, the Bee Diggers lead by 4, 10-6. Eicher lays down the sign. It's got to be a fastball here. And the 3-2. Swung on, lined, and caught by the third baseman, Gillick, on a soft liner off the end of the bat, 1 down. Max Freevert, who has struck out, popped out, and popped out again. It's a good pitch by Sawyer Albert. Did not get the fat part of the bat. It looked like it was hit hard, but it wasn't. So here we go. Freevert at 0 for 3. Another right-handed hitter for Liberty Commons. Stay tuned. We'll be going to our live on Facebook on the 1010 KSIR Sports page for the hopefully the third out of this game. The offering. Breaking ball. Oh, that was good, but it's called a ball. It just missed. That was a sweeping curveball, but 1 ball and no strikes to Max Freevert. Looking in. Wind and pitch. Swung on and chopped foul along the third base side. It is 6:24 as we speak. The goal again 6:28 or earlier. Got to get 2 hitters here. Got to get these next 2 hitters. Now it's 6:25. Yeah, I'm counting. We got a long way back, got an hour and a half. Close to it. And then we're back at it tomorrow at 4 o'clock against Weld Central. In Brush, thank goodness for that. 1 ball, 1 strike. Freevert awaits the pitch. Here it is from Albert. Breaking ball outside, 2-1. He's got a good curveball, but it's got early action to it. And these hitters are laying off. At least this hitter is. 2-1. Carson Ford will hit next. Come on, Sawyer, right here. The pitch. Swung on and tapped foul along the third base side. It's 2-2. Get this guy out. We go directly to Facebook Live with Carson Ford's at bat, and then we'll have a quick post-game show, and then we'll head home. After what will be hopefully no more than a 2.5-hour game. 2-2 to Freevert. Bases empty, 1 out, bottom 7, 10-6. Brush leads Liberty Common. The pitch. Swing and a miss. A fastball in the outer half. And there's 2 down. Let's go now to Facebook Live here with Carson Ford. We'll pick up what hopefully will be the final out of the game. So here is Ford. If you're tuning in right now on 1010 or KSIR.com or on the TuneIn app, you can go to our 1010 KSIR Sports page on Facebook Live for the 2-out bases empty situation. Ford will now hit. He's been on base a couple of times. Kick in the pitch. The bender's a strike. Excellent curveball in the inside corner. No balls and 1 strike. Here to Carson Ford. Brush was up 6-1. They blew the lead and have scored the last 4 runs of the game. Awaiting the 0-1 is Ford. Here it is. And that one bounces to the plate. And the count even at 1-1. Again, if you're listening, go to Facebook Live. You can see it right there for this batter. 1010 KSIR Sports. 1 ball, 1 strike, 2 down. The pitch, and that hit him. Holy mahungus. Here's Roman Galindo who'll step in. That extends the game. Hopefully this will be the last batter because we use this to keep score as well. The same device. You do have Patrick Kearney on deck, so that's 3 additional pitches thrown there by Sawyer Albert. So here we go with Galindo. I think well. Okay, we're back. 1 ball and no strikes. 1-0 here to the hitter. The pitch swung on, popped up. This could be at the shortstop. Percy Odell to his left makes the grab, and there's the final out of the game. Galindo's retired. The Bead Diggers win in Fort Collins over Liberty Common 10-6. That'll conclude our Facebook Live coverage. And we welcome you to the Bead Digger post-game show. And that is brought to you by Advanced Agri Solutions. Get your full plan of seed, food, and water for the growing season. Call Dusty or Roxy 970-571-2024 at 6:29. The Bead Diggers win the game. 10-6, 10 runs, 10 hits, 4 errors, 12 left on base for Brush. 12 left on base. Liberty Common, 6 runs, 7 hits, 5 errors, 6 left on base. The winning pitcher in relief, Sawyer Albert. The loss went to Carson Ford. Time of the game, 2 hours and 29 minutes. Liberty Common took the lead with a run in the bottom of the second inning. Patrick Kearney with an RBI single, but the Bead Diggers came back with 3 runs in the 4th inning and 3 in the 5th. A 2-run single for Landon Mesh. Caleb Jimenez with an RBI single. Then in the 5th inning, they made it a 5-1 game on Ben Metlin's 2-run triple, and then Tanner Ludgate with an RBI double. But Liberty Common in the bottom of the 5th inning loaded the bases on walks. Owen Hood with a 2-run single. And then they scored another run to make it 6-4. Roman Galindo with an RBI single, and Kearney then did the same. But the Bead Diggers scored the final 4 runs of the game with 3 in the 6th, and they got a big base hit there from Ben Metlin for the lead. Tanner Ludgate with an RBI single to make it 8-6. Landon Mesh with a sac fly, and then the insurance run in the top of the 7th inning. The Bead Diggers improved to 1-2 in the Patriot League, 4-4 overall. Liberty Common 0-3 in league play, and they are now 2-7 on the season. Both teams are in action tomorrow. Both teams in action on Saturday as well. We'll be back with you tomorrow when the Bead Diggers take on the Weld Central Rebels, and that game will be in Brush. Thanks to those who tuned in on Facebook Live in the 4th inning and here for the closing out in the 7th inning. The final score, once again from Fort Collins, Brush 10, Liberty Common 6. I'm John Beltran for Brush Bead Digger Baseball on 1010 KSIR and the Eastern Plains Sports Network.